God makes a man. Amen. When God makes a man. If you could make the perfect man, what would he be like? If given the assignment to make the perfect man, how tall would you make that man? What color would you make his eyes? Now, the sisters probably getting caught up in this. How old would this man be? Would he have six-pack abs, bulging biceps, and a barrel-sized chest? Would he have dazzling bedroom eyes, lustrous lips, and a deep romantic voice? Some women fall out when they hear a man with a deep voice talk. It takes their breath away. What about his personality? If he had all of the above, but had no money, would he be acceptable or desirable or lovable in your sight? So obviously all of us would have a hard time, amen, creating the perfect man. Just as many have spent years searching for him. Now this is going to the sisters. You've been looking and searching for Mr. Right. But you've been looking in all the wrong places. Can I get a witness? So this man that, if God gave you this assignment to make a man, what type of qualities would you put in the man? Because you can have the best body, the prettiest little hair, all the fine jewelry, and still wouldn't be worth a quarter. Amen. Some of us have ran and chased after people because of their looks. Women and men have done it. A woman sees a bright-skinned man, she's going crazy. Ooh, I got to have him. And because the skin is light, don't mean you're right in your head. All right, now, go ahead. Isn't that right? And because, brothers, a woman is stacked and packed, it don't mean she's going to be all that. Some of y'all have learned already that what look good ain't good. But the Marine Corps advertised that it is looking for a few good men. What does that really mean? We're looking for a few good men. Experience have taught that the measure of a man is not by his shoe size, not by how big his neck size is when he put on his tie, not his shirt size, or not even the width of his belt. Neither is it determined by the depth of his wallet. Some people think a man is a man because he got a whole lot of money. But you ain't got to be no man to have a whole lot of money. You just got to know how to beat people out of stuff. Isn't that right? A lot of people have lied and cheated their way into their riches. Can I get a witness? But it don't mean that you're a man because you got 4 or 5 cars and got 6 houses. Amen. There are some men who have a whole lot of stuff. And that's what it is. It's stuff. Amen. And when stuff runs out, when stuff gets old, then the people that's attached to you because of your stuff, you know what happens? They leave you. Because somebody else always got some better stuff. And your stuff get old. So after they done wore your stuff out, they going for some new stuff. Isn't that right? But real men, tell your neighbor, say real men are strong. Isn't that right? They're strong. And not only are they strong, but they're courageous. Amen. They're loving and they are sound thinking and they're God-fearing. Isn't that right? Sister, if you're looking for a real man, he needs to be a God-fearing man. Isn't that right? Stop trying to run after these men that tell you how good you look. Isn't that right?
Amen.
Everybody tell you how good you look, and in God's eyesight, you don't look so hot. Isn't that right? Men tell you the same story. 5 men tell one woman the same story, and she believes it. Only to realize that after the dust cleared, they got what they want, she ain't so pretty anymore.
Yes, sir.
Because they done wore her down. Her makeup won't stay on. Her mascara's gone. Her body size has changed. And the men over in the corner bragging about how many of them was with her. They all told you the same story. Isn't that right? So the man needs to be God-fearing.
Yes, sir.
And all of the other attributes are extras that make him even more appealing. So God made man in his own image.
Yes, sir.
He made him in such a wonderful way that the psalmist asked the question, what is man that thou art mindful of him? Man and his kind are the wonderful creations of God. The body is the outer shell. But because a godly man is made by God himself, the qualities went in before the name went out. Can I get a witness? As Christians, we know that God is responsible for all creation. Isn't that right? God is responsible. God made everything, even Satan. God made him. Isn't that right? God so made, you know, Satan was already where me and you trying to go. He was already in heaven. He's seen God's throne. He knows how heaven works. That's why you and I can't make no fool out of it. Because he already been where you and I are trying to go. We glorify God for creating mankind. And we revel in the fact that his creation was perfect.
Yes, sir.
When God made Adam,
Yes, sir.
God looked at Adam, and God was pleased. In other words, when God looked at Adam laying there, it pleased God. When he looked at his creation and saw that he made a perfect creature. Adam was a perfect man. Isn't that right? Adam was a man made by God's own hand. God shaped and fashioned Adam in the way that he would have him to look. Now some people say, what do God look like? Well, the Bible says that God made man in his own image. Now an image simply means that it's a likeness. All right, it's not actually it, but it's a likeness. So if you want to know what God really looked like, he sort of looked like us. Notice I said sort of. But what you won't find in God, y'all probably finna get mad, but that's all right. I'm going to say it anyway. What you won't find in God is a tattoo on his body. What you won't find in God is an earring in his nose, in his ear, in his belly button, in his feet, around his ankle, and any other place. Can I get a witness? When we want to see God, we want to look, we want to see something that's perfect. So when we say we're trying to look like Jesus, trying to walk like Jesus, no, we're trying to be perfect. But if we're going to look like Jesus, we got to dress the part. We can't look like the devil himself. And then want to give a gospel message.